Hi, my loves. Okay, we are going to recreate on my gorgeous Jana here a look I did for Rihanna in 2008 for an H&M AIDS event that we did together. And we did a very, very easy, beautiful, fresh look. So we're gonna do it on you. Are you ready?
Ready.
Okay. All right, first and foremost, we actually already did some foundation, and I used my Stressless High Performance Foundation all over in medium, and it just gave her a beautiful sort of soft, even complexion. But I wanna do a little bit of brightening because everybody needs a little bit of brightening. Oh yes, even Ms. Rihanna, okay? So I'm gonna take my plush pen. This is actually shade beige, okay? And I'm gonna go in and just kind of start to brighten and also kind of create a little bit of dimension here. So I'm gonna do a little bit on the nose, a little in between the eyebrows, and a little bit on the chin. Now, oftentimes I'll blend with my fingers, but I really wanna make sure that the brightness and the hydration that we're adding here is super pinpointed. So I'm gonna go in, and I'm a huge fan, you know, with brushes, not like really digging in and making like, you know, moving the makeup around too much. I like a little padding. I like a little press and roll situation. And you can also get a little bit more, just sort of like a pinpoint of where you want that brightening to go. So look how gorgeous already. This is really just adding those pops of brightness exactly where you need it. And a little tip, I always like to take it down a little bit on either sides of the nose. So already, oh hello, good morning. A little bit of freshness there. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take some of my Softest Silk foundation. This is the medium, and this is where we're gonna go back to that sort of press and roll technique that I love to do, where you take a little bit of product, tap off the excess, like so. And then again, we don't wanna do this, guys, okay? We're not moving all the makeup around. We wanna kind of just start and press and roll. That's gonna keep everything in place, but it's just gonna add the coverage where you want it. So I like to set that Stressless with this Softest Silk powder foundation. So again, a press and a roll. I love a little press and roll. And don't forget, guys, take it down the neck and just really kind of make everything seamless and fresh and beautiful. Okay, now, shall we begin with your eyes, darling? We're going to start with a shadow stick called Foxy. And what I wanna do is I'm gonna take it, and it's a really soft sort of, how do you say, kind of coppery, soft little coppery shade. And I'm gonna go all over your lid, just from your lash line just to your crease. Now, I wanna take a moment here to kind of talk about hooded eyelids, because actually both you and Riri have hooded eyelids, and moi as well. So it's really important that you do your eyeshadow in a particular way, especially when you have hooded eyelids, right? We discussed that, right? That you kind of, like we were saying, how when you open your eyes, you can't really see the eyeshadow. So the trick is you want to make sure that you come up past a little bit, past the crease. So for example, if you were doing this yourself, you would look straight ahead in the mirror and you would actually come up past your crease. So like past where you can't see the lid anymore, okay? So we're gonna go like that, and then I'm just gonna take my fingers and just start to blend out. And already that's so pretty and so fresh. So we've got the Foxy all over the lid, and what I wanna do now is kind of marry the entire eye and really encompass it with this beautiful shade. So look up for me, my elf. There you go. And I'm gonna take it and just go all the way under, from the outer part of the eye all the way to the inner part of the eye. And what that does is it really does create that kind of gorgeous halo of lightness and brightness and shimmer. Yes, queen, thank you. All right, now let's take a little bit of powder eyeshadow just for some fun. This is my Ageless Eyes palette, and I'm gonna take a little mixture here of the latte and the filigree. So we're gonna take a little bit of this bronzy, light bronzy, with a little bit of that gold, and I'm just gonna kind of press them in back and forth, back and forth, back and tap off the excess. Close for me. And again, instead of, we gotta stop doing lots of this, like back and forth on the lids. We're just gonna kind of press it in and create that softness. And then once you've kind of got it on, then sometimes I'll go back in with a little bit of a windshield wiper motion. Let me see, honey. Okay. All right. So again, we'll go back and forth between the two shades, tap off the excess, and then just kind of press it into the lid and hold the brush kind of far away so you're not getting too much pressure. And then again, once you've got it on there, do a little back and forth, back and forth. Thank you, and hello. Love it. Okay. So in the picture, you can't actually see, but we did a little bit of a gold lid on Rihanna's eye, but her eye is wide open, and again, she has a hooded lid, so you don't see it. But we actually did, for a little pop of brightness when she would blink and a little bit of fun, we did a little bit of gold on the lid. So I'm gonna take my precious gold shadow stick, and I'm really gonna kind of concentrate it right on the lash line and right on the center of the lid. And again, that's just sort of a little way to add a little bit of brightness, a little pop, and a little bit of interest and dimension. There you go, close. Okay. All right, so now let's move on to a little bit of eyeliner. So black eyeliner, of course, always classic, gorgeous, gives you that beautiful sort of deep, rich base of the lash line. So I'm gonna use my Evercolor Gel Waterproof Eyeliner in Onyx. It's the blackest black. Close for me. And what I wanna do is, again, I'm gonna take it down deep within the lashes. Now, here's another little tip, guys. I know that everyone is like really into a cat eye right now, and you know, obviously it's a beautiful classic look, but one of my biggest, I guess, pet peeves is when people do a very thick upper lash line, right? Especially when we have a hooded eye, it can tend to close the eye. I always say it does make you look a little bit like two holes in a bed sheet. So I like to take that liner, and at least when you start out, start on super thin. Start it thin, and then you'll be able to see what kind of look you're getting, and it's not necessarily that big, thick, heavy line, which can really drag your eye down, okay? So now we're gonna go in the inner rim, because I like to call that instant fierceness. Just a little bit in the inner rim, no matter what, look up for me. Always just looks fierce, and really just, again, adds that sexiness. And you want a line from the inner and all the way to the kind of inner corner of the eye. That really makes it look a little more feline, definitely a lot more sexy, and just really accentuates the beautiful shape of the eye, like so. Okay. Yes. All right, so now your eyes, I'm gonna step away from the eyes for a second, and let's move towards kind of the highlight. I'm gonna take my highlighter in the Sparkling Champagne, and we're gonna use, you know, kind of the usual suspects where we're gonna put it, but then maybe in a few other special places to add that sort of secret celebrity glow, if you will. So we're taking this beautiful Sparkling Champagne. I love this. Here's another little tip when using highlighter. Stop using those big giant brushes that literally cover your entire face. Nobody needs that much highlight all over their face, okay? So I like to use a smaller brush. So again, you can really pinpoint where you want it. So we're gonna take it, and we're gonna start right up here on the highest point of the cheekbone. You can kind of do that like sort of C thing, but really for me, the most important part is to add that lift there. Oh my gosh. Like already your cheekbone is insane, but this is like a whole other level. You do wanna start soft, and then you can always build, right? So you're gonna go ahead and lift that up, like so. We're gonna do, again, of course, a little bit down the bridge of the nose, and a little bit on that Cupid's bow. Be careful with the Cupid's bow, guys, because the Cupid's bow can go wrong. You can look like a Got Milk campaign if there's too much of that, you know. But again, just maybe what's left over on the brush for the Cupid's bow. Maybe a little bit on the bottom part of the chin. And then what I like to do sometimes, just a little bit above the eyebrows, just like so. Just to, again, add that whole brightness, right? That center of the face. And wait for it. Of course, we're gonna do that kind of inner corner that we did on Rihanna. So take a brush, and here's a little tip. If you have a brush that has, you know, a cap like so, where you can really control the bristles, make it tight, okay? So then you don't have bristles that are like flip-floppy all over, and then, you know, gets all over the face. Make it nice and tight, tap it in, and then you can really pinpoint that brightness in the inner corners, like so. I'm giving you guys all my secrets. It's okay, because I love you, and that's what I want you to have. So inner corners, and again, blend it out and have some fun with it. Let me see. Okay, hello. All right, now, okay, so we said that her brows were already done, which they do look gorgeous, but I oftentimes throughout my makeup application will do a lot of kind of like maintenance, you know, just going in, making sure everything's good. So I'm gonna take the spoolie on the end of my Pro Perfect brow, and I'm going to just go in and just kind of brush everything up. I love the brows to be erect at all times. I call them my little army of anti-aging soldiers. So they go up, and again, just make sure that they all go in sort of the same direction. It just looks so fresh and awake and just keeps your eye nice and open. Okay, shall we do some blush, darling? I'm gonna go in with a beautiful peach blush, because again, this is the look that we did for her, and it really just marries beautifully with that beautiful bronzy eye. So this is my Power Peach, and it is a matte blush, which I will say is, you know, again, really gives that beautiful, healthy glow. We do have that highlight, so this is gonna work beautifully in concert with that. So I want you to smile. Thank you. So I, of course, we all love a little apple of the cheek situation, but something that I like to do is kind of sometimes take it down a little bit. So it's not like right up here on the apple of the cheek. Do you see what that did? It was kind of like a little blush contour combo, right? Because we did go down a little bit. And again, just soft, fresh, and then go up and meet that highlight and just marry the two. This side, thank you so much. And again, you can smile. Smiling is just nice anyway. I oftentimes will smile when I'm doing my makeup just for no reason, partly just because I do just love it, love to do makeup. I also, weirdly enough, will smile and pray during my skincare, but that's another video. We can do a little bit on the nose, of course. I love a little pop of blush on the nose. And also, again, to kind of marry above that eyebrow. That's actually a trick Celine Dion taught me years ago. You were probably 5, but whatever. Where if you just take your blush, once you've kind of finished, go above the eyebrow, and if you want to close for me, even just take a little bit and just hit it on the lids. It really does marry the whole entire look. Okay, so what shall we do now? Let's do a little bit of lip, shall we? So we already have actually a defined lip. She has a super defined lip with a little bit of lip liner on, but we have to do gloss because it wouldn't be Rihanna without some gloss, okay? So I'm gonna use my Slay Queen, and we're gonna see how that looks, how that balances with the eye and your lip color. So this is like a really easy nude, and we're just gonna go in. Now, I obviously like to start in the middle. I also like to do gloss all over the mouth from the center and all the way out. I don't totally, and I'll go like this, ready? Mama. That's right. Don't mush your lips together like this way. I always like to just say go, ma, ma, ma. There you go. And then you don't get that funny little roll of lip liner, which again looks like a booger. Like you want it to be smooth. So give me a ma, right? Let's do it again. Okay, ready? And then here's another little tip with the lip liner, guys. Take it all the way to the edge of the lip. Don't just stop. Like I never understand when people are like, just put a little right in the center. No, that doesn't make sense. You want the whole lip to be glossy. And the trick of taking it all the way to the edge of the lip, like so, when the light hits, all of a sudden, instant lip injections, the lip just looks fuller because you're seeing the light from the top. Okay, so a little more because you know me, drag queens unite. And a little bit here, and then ready, let's do the ma together. Ma, ma, ma. There you go. She's so cute, she did it. Okay, so now I love this lip, and I think it looks amazing. However, if we're really trying to get that sort of peach look that we did on Rihanna, I'm gonna mix together a little bit of this Kiss Me tinted lip oil in Peach Me. Here's another little secret. I'm giving them all. Is that okay? Because I don't know, we're here, let's do it. So instead of just going in and pulling it out and using, I like to use a lot of product. So I'll take the tube and I'll actually squeeze it. So then the product starts to come out, and then I'll take the doe foot applicator. Look at that, see how much we got on there? That's right. Mm-hmm. And again, starting in the middle. And oh yeah, this is peachier. Blend it out. Dun, dun, dun. And now you know what's next. You ready? 1, 2. Ma, ma, ma. Perfect. Yeah, I love it. It's great. It's great. Okay, so couple quick things. We already have these beautiful eyelashes on, which I love. However, for me, it's never a complete look unless we do mascara on the bottom as well. If you already have lashes on, you can choose to marry your actual lashes with the falsies. You don't have to. However, I definitely want you to do a little bit of mascara on the bottom to just really finish the entire look. So look up for me. And this is my gorgeous Open Up mascara. And just want to take the tip of the Christmas tree wand. Wow, you don't even blink. She's like, because I am a robot. And look up for me, there you go. And you really can get every single lash with the tip of this mascara. Okay, okay. Now, last but not least, we are going to take my face defender. If you don't know what my face defender is, it's basically what I believe translucent powder wished it was. So I banned translucent powder from my kit literally years ago because I believe that it's kind of the enemy, right? It makes you look dry and cakey and white and old and sits in every pore and fine line and wrinkle. So this is basically what I like to call a clear powder. Feel it. And then go like this. Isn't it wild? Yeah. I know, and it looks like there's nothing there, but it actually is. So you're gonna take the sponge, tap, tap, and pat, pat it into the skin. Okay, you're not gonna swipe, you're not gonna scoop, you're not gonna dig, and you're gonna be tempted to because you're like, there's nothing on it. But trust me, guys, watch, because we're gonna set this whole thing. So you're gonna tap, tap, and now coming in on your forehead, we're just gonna start to pat. Oh yeah, here we go. It's oil-free, so it is so amazing for your skin. It's gonna lock in your makeup. It's gonna lock in your oils, your moisturizers, your serums. I use this on all my celebrities. I use this actually to lock in my skincare at night while I sleep. So it really does everything you want it to do. And the best part, it can go all the way up underneath your eyes if you wanna like lock in your concealer so it doesn't look cakey. And again, it just kind of gives you that beautiful velvet finish. So we're gonna go all over your face. And here's another little secret. Like sometimes, you know when you get like makeup gathered in here or like underneath your eyes, like I'll tell my clients, go like that. You go like that, and then And there you go. And everything is put exactly where. Oh, and by the way, you can even take it all the way down your neck. So I kind of think we're done. Like, I don't know. I got to look at the picture and see, but I feel like we really did it. I mean, you are your own bourgeois. You don't have to look like anyone else. But if you want to get the look that we did on Rihanna, this is how you get it. Thank you so much for joining us today, and we'll see you next time. Bye. I love you like la 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 la.